And I would like to welcome you to this 42nd AGM of Kanisa Sacco. It's a milestone. So as we come for this AGM, we need to be happy because 42 years is not a short time.
Honorable members, before we commence our business of today, we need to read the notice of this meeting, adopt the agenda, and then we're able to move forward. It says, by the powers given under section 14 of 14.1 of the Kanisa Regulated and Withdrawable Deposit Taking Circle Society Limited bylaws, a notice is hereby given that an annual general meeting of Kanisa Regulated and Withdrawable Deposit Taking Circle Society Limited is convened and will be held on Saturday, 9th March 2024, which is today. And the AGM is in this hall. And we have our agenda there, which is called to order, opening prayers and welcome remarks. We have to read the notice convening the 42nd Annual General Meeting, to adopt the agenda of the 42nd Annual General Meeting, to confirm and adopt the minutes of the 41st Annual General Meeting held on Saturday, 11th March 2023, presentation of the Chief Executive's report, presentation of the Board of Directors' report, presentation of the Supervisory Committee report, to receive, consider, and adopt the financial report for the year 2023, to receive, consider, and approve the revised budget for 2024 financial year, and the proposed budget for the 2025 financial year, to appoint an external auditor for the year 2024, to receive, consider, and adopt the proposed resolution, to elect, pursuant to Rule 23 of the Cooperative Societies Rules, the 3 members of the Board of Directors retiring each year by rotation, to elect, pursuant to Rule 28, subsection 1 of the Cooperative Society Rules, the 1 member of the Supervisory Committee retiring each year by rotation, and to transact any other business whose notice will have been received by the Secretary in accordance with the Society's bylaws. So, honorable members, that is our agenda for today. We want to receive it, adopt it, so that we're able to move forward. Nelson proposes. Well, let's get a seconder. Thank you, Vivian Okech, member 470. So, honorable members, that is our agenda for today, and it gives us a green light to continue with our meeting today. This society has been in existence since 1981. In the year 2021, we celebrated our 40th anniversary, and we are happy that this far we have come.
Going to go through the minutes of the 41st hybrid annual general meeting held on 11th March 2023. It was held virtually and physically at the Desmond Tutu Conference Center, and 493 members who are present virtually, and we had 260 who attended physically. In attendance, among others, were Mr. Joroge Mwangi, who was the county cooperative officer, that is the Daguret sub-county where we are, CP Chacha Joel of McJoel and Associate, internal auditors. There was also CP Onesmus Muremi Wawelo Mwangi, an associate who was a consultant internal auditor. The agenda for that day is as listed on page 9. I hope we are all together there. We have minute number 14, that is election of office bearers. And also minute number 16, vote of thanks and closing prayers.
Here, we embarked on a journey to take our society back to where it was, and even now surpass and make it even better. I know 2 years ago it was not easy for us, as you will see from the performance, and as I'll be highlighting as I move on. So first of all, I look at the issue of the revenue or the income that we got last year. We managed to get an income of 62 million, which is a growth of 8%. 2022, we had 57 million. To the expenses, even though we had those harsh economic environment, and like I said, the new government levies, we tried as much as possible to contain our expenses to the approved budget. We only had a marginal increase of 5.7%, and the total expenses for the year 2023 totaled to 24 million compared to 23 million in 2022. Just a fair increase of 1 million. The revenue normally comes from loans that we issue, even though we have other areas of income, investment and other operating income. But majority of our income comes from the loans that we give to you members. And I'm happy to report that the loan portfolio had a growth, again, of 15.3%. In 2022, we reported a loan book of 396 million, and that increased to 456 million in 2023. This is before we put the provisioning that is required by the government. In 2022, our deposit had totaled to 415 million, and we are happy to report by the end of year 2023, that had grown to 468 million, recording a 12.9% growth. Here, we talked about us joining getting to a $500 million mark. I'm happy to report that the growth has continued. Our capital base now starts at 572 million, up from 514. From the regulated Sacco'S, we were number 50, around 52 out of 185 in terms of size. But I'm sure once they do the supervision report for 2023, we'll have moved some levels up. Because we had a very good growth of our capital base. This year, we will be declaring a dividend of 10% on share capital. And this is up from 9% that we declared last year. We will also increase what we give as interest on deposit. 2022, we give you 6.5. This year, we give you 7%. Looking forward is that we will, all our aim is to continue providing good services to our members. We want to provide affordable and sustainable financial solutions. We will also be going full automation this financial year. We are going to enhance our web portal. We will also be launching the USSD. All the preparations are done. The only thing that is remaining is testing. I'm sure the chair will talk about that. We will also be integrating that our system with the M-Pesa pay bill, so that once you pay, for those who pay through M-Pesa, your money is auto-updated without any human intervention. You get an auto SMS confirming.
Faced different things. There was a lot of taxations that was introduced by the government. High statutory deductions, especially those who are on payslip. Some of your payslip went below 1/3. All these are factors that contributed to the low saving culture of the members that we saw. Even in the introduction of the housing levy, which was not there even when we started the year and we held our AGM. And all these statutory deductions, remember, they had an effect both to the employer and to the employee. You'll see when our financials are presented that they affected our expenditure and the operational costs for the society went up. These are mandatory. There's nothing that we could have done about it, but we are happy that members approved a budget that was flexible and we are able to absorb all these costs into our budget. Regulated, we are following the law and we'll be asking you to declare. If you bring to us 1 million and above, you'll be required to declare the source of that income. The year also, under review, we embrace technology, which has reduced significantly the turnaround strategy, the turnaround time, especially in loans disbursement. As you raise issues about the assets of the society, where we take them and where they are. We are happy to report that we developed the asset disposal policy. It's ready for use, and the first priority is going to be given to our members. Updating the next of kings also, it's something that has been going on, and it's gradual, and we continue encouraging you. Update your next of kin. It's good to make sure that your information is as up to date as possible. 31st December 2024, we encourage all members to endeavor to have at least Kenya shillings 15,000. And by 1st of April 2025, our target is that at least all our members will be at Kenya shillings 20,000. So it's just that we are extending the timeline that we have given ourselves, and these are the proposals that we are coming up with. Under technology and innovation, during the year under review, we continue to leverage information technology. And as I said, we embrace technology, and we've seen the results. Even today, having this virtual AGM, you can see members online, on platform, physically. It's a milestone that we have tried to ensure that Kanisa Sacco is at par with what is happening in the industry. And we are going to continue leveraging on this technology so that we're able to serve you better. And also, we are also to make sure that we bring convenience to you, especially members who are online, those who are in their diaspora. It's a milestone they're able also to attend this AGM at the convenience of their countries, wherever they are, despite our difference. We've seen some of them logging in online, and we want to thank them for taking this initiative. It means that technology has enabled us to bring our members closer and even to serve you better. And we're going to continue doing our best to make sure that we sustain these positive growth. I ask Kanisa Sacco to bridge your financial gaps. As I said, that is our theme for this year.
First, commend the board and the management on the status of the ERP software implementation so far. I know this has come to the supervisory report, this being the third year now, and I must say that the progress in implementing this software, which has so many opportunities of improving the efficiency of the SACCO, have now been implemented. Those who have taken loans in the last year can attest that the loan processing time is taking shorter than initially. Members can also attest that they have been receiving several messages in their phones, through emails, courtesy of the ERP software. These are the plus that we give to this team. Education never ends, it never comes to an end. Every day is a learning day. Things are changing every day. And if you don't know, if you don't create time to come and learn about what the SACCO is providing, if you don't come to listen and ask questions to correct where you feel more can be done, then the SACCO would not grow. I must commend this team here that they are doing the much that they can. Their ears are on the ground, listening and sealing all the loopholes that can put our hard-earned money into risk.
The chair's report noted that we had 4 virtual meetings, but the attendance was counterproductive. Before we came to these virtual meetings, we used to have one education day where people could attend physically. Then the agenda of that particular education day could be relayed to those who are not there. So instead of having a lot of meetings that are virtual, and the SACCO have already noted that the attendance is counterproductive, why don't we have, or the SACCO considers having, one education day that is physical and can be relayed virtually? Then, my second point of noting is that initially on the other AGM, I had raised an issue about the asset disposal policy. I want to commend the SACCO for developing one, and to make it sweeter, putting the membership, or giving the members priority to own any asset that is being disposed by the society. Thank you.
Maybe this is not a question, but just a clarification of terminologies, which may also lead to misconception and probably misinterpretation of the data that has been presented on page 18. And I would like us to look at these alongside page 68. And I'm talking as a layman in terms of financial terminologies. And I think I'm talking on behalf of over 90%, those who are seated here. The Supervisory Committee indicates that portfolio at risk. So first and foremost, I would like maybe those who are gurus with terminologies to differentiate between portfolio at risk and non-performing loans. What are the differences? The reason why I'm saying this is that the data is being quoted there seems similar, and probably there could be some misconception. Number two, it's reported that in this regard, at portfolio at risk, which represents outstanding loans, should be provisioned at a maximum of 5%, and that conforms with what is reported on page 68. And the Supervisory Committee goes ahead and says that Kanisa Sacco is yet to achieve the PAR at 5% since at 1st January 2022, the PAR was at 19.7%, a data which conforms with what is reported on page 68. And then they go ahead and says, tremendous efforts were made during the year 2022. And thus the PAR as at 31st December of 2022 was at 17%. If this is a comparative figure, what is the PAR of 20?
The difference between PAR and NPL. PAR means portfolio at risk. So the acronym means portfolio at risk. NPL means non-performing loans. So what is the difference? If you go to page 56, there is you can see down there a place where we have the aging analysis. Are we there? The loan aging analysis is the distribution of all our loan portfolio by the number of days that they were last paid. So for performing days, it means they are perfect. People are paying properly. No issues. For what? 1 to 30 days. Number of accounts, 166. They have surpassed the payment period by between 1 day and 30 days. And the payment period means the time you're supposed to pay, a day has passed all the way up to 30 days. There is the substandard, which now takes a whole month to 180 days, which is 3 months. It's 3 months, huh? Not even, actually 6 months. That there are people who have stayed between a whole month and 6 months without paying their loans properly. We call them substandard. Here we have 594 loans. And when I say loans, I'm not talking about members. I'm saying loans because one member can have as many loans as we have the products. And there are others who have stayed a whole 6 months to 360 days, which is a year. That one we call it doubtful. And then there is those ones whom we say loss. Loss means probably the chances of recovering that loan is almost nil. So between those various categories, there is what we are supposed to provide as is guided by the financial reporting standards. Now, what is NPL? NPL is the total of the last 3 categories, the amount the total of the last 3 categories. So for this case, we are talking about loans between 31 days to 360 days. If you add them, whatever total you get means those loans are not performing to the standard, or they are not, they are not being repaid well. What at times you can forget to pay, or probably you've not even brought your payment details. So that one is exempted. So the last 3 categories, you add and divide by the total loan book. You get the percentage, and then you multiply by 100. You get the percentage of non-performing loans. But the non-performing loans is a substandard, doubtful, and the loss category.
Honorable members, in the last AGM, we made promises. We said we are going to try a different approach now in the year 2023. And actually, there were not many. There were only 4 virtual education days. Our plan was to have throughout the year, every month, a virtual education day. It was not possible. But from the 4 that we held, there was poor or low turnout. Of course, in a membership of over 3,000 members, like this AGM, those who are online are almost 300 and something. I'm sure most of those education days did not reach that number. And at the end of those education days also, there was a feedback form. And we asked members why they didn't attend the education day, or what were the reasons, or even suggestions and feedback. We received a lot of suggestions. We also received a lot of feedback. And this year, we are going to have a physical education day, and we appreciate the comment also. We said we are trying to embrace technology. Offering virtual education day was one step in making sure we utilize all the learning platforms that we can have so that we are able to educate our members. And we are going to continue. So we continue encouraging you. So for this year, we are going to have a physical education day.
The books, they were verified. All the transactions that are on the books were verified according to the regulations that are laid down, as well as the controls for the Sacco. So therefore, all these numbers that you see in this report, they were truly verified, and they were accurate, and they were in accordance with the various procedures that are laid down. The financial statements, these that are in this booklet, the page 41 to 40, page 45 to 61, they present a true and fair picture or view of the state of financial position or financial affairs of the society as at the closure of the year, 31st December 2023, and the performance in terms of the financial, the cash flows for the year that ended, and also according to the International Financial Reporting Standards that we followed strictly, and as well as also the requirement of the Cooperative Society Act.
In overall, we are revising our income by 7%. The approved amount for the year 2024 was 200,000, and we are not revising that one. We are maintaining at 200 and proposing the same for the year 2025.
Kanisa Sacco is a society that I take so much pride in. I've been a member for 10 plus years, and of the 10 years, I've also served as supervisory board and also first term in the main board. I take so much pride in this Sacco. One, as a member, it has built my life. I'm here where I am. The assets that I've been able to earn as a member is courtesy of Kanisa Sacco.
Last year, I vied for supervisory committee. I got a complete total knockout from Angela. I'm back again here, vying for the board, and I do hope that I'll be able to represent your interest in that position. My experience and education is in IT and digital transformation, and I do hope that I'll be able to use these skills and experience in the betterment of the Sacco. Thank you.
I have degree in marketing and master's ensuing Masters in Strategic Management. I believe that is going to be very beneficial to the work of Kanisa Sacco. Thank you.
When you have no competitor, you are elected unopposed. And in my opinion, these people do not have competitors. So actually, they are all elected and opposed according to the law, and then the law has changed.
Based on the results that have been members, whatever members have done, more so for the positions in the board, there was no competition. It was only proposing and supporting the persons who were able to apply and qualify. Because the elections nowadays is not an activity that is only carried during the AGM. It is a process that starts when the positions are declared vacant. And in terms of the board, we were able to get only the 3. However, my challenge of this society is to ensure that once the positions are advertised, let as many members as possible to apply, because I believe the growth of a society is in the leadership, and members need to have choices, like the choices that we have made in the supervisory committee. Let us ensure also that, and when we have these choices, there is also the possibility of succession planning, because we'll be able to be passing on the leadership skills to the next generation. So let us ensure that we're able to apply to the different positions, because I believe the elections policy is clear on what you need to have, what requirements do you need to have attained for you to be elected as a leader. So let us ensure that you are able to apply. Let's have more members applying, because if for the 3 applicants who applied, if one was not qualified, meaning would have a vacant position. However, in the supervisory committee, competition was there, and the winner have carried the day. So let us ensure that the winner who have carried the day is able to perform in terms of supporting those who have been elected and those who are already in office. May I also consider that leadership is usually for a time, and they always say that sikubali kushindwa sio mshindani, and I believe those who have been in leadership still continues to be members of this society. I'm glad that the former chair of COC was in this meeting, and he was once the chair and now is a member who is still patronizing the products of the society. Being a leader is always, you are always a leader, and therefore, having not been the board or the supervisory committee, you need to still continue in the membership of the society, because we want the confidence of the former leaders to be passed over to the current members, so that they can still feel that their funds are as safe as possible. So in terms of the performance of the society, which was very good, there is growth in the society, which we expect the same growth to have been also with the members. So, and here it's about the individual members. Here the society has been growing. How about you as an individual? The consideration that you have been a member. Have you grown with the society? And here it's about the individual responsibility as you consider the savings that you make in the society, because you cannot grow financially without adequately saving in the society, so that you can be able to take loans which are beneficial to you as a member. Because this is the only time that you can be able to save more and more. Time will come that maybe if you are employed, the employment will no longer be there. If you are in business, you no longer have the strength to undertake the businesses that you are undertaking today. So this is the only time that you can be able to save as much as possible. Because if you save, you can be able to take more loans. And remember, you take more loans today, the better for you. As you consider the loans, taking them to an investment that can be able to assist you in the future. So that when you retire, when you are not energetic enough, the investment that you made can be able to support you financially. They can be able to add to whatever little you have. So that life still continues even after retirement, even after being not energetic enough to undertake the businesses that you have. So mine is to encourage members to save not just the minimum monthly contribution, but more than that, so that you can be able to grow together with the society. So, Chair, I don't have much to say for today because the general meeting have gone and well, and you have concluded with the elections which were carried in the best way possible.
There is nothing as important as being concerned in the affairs of how your money is being run, because this is one of the single most important things. As Mr. Joroge has said, your savings have a bearing on how your future will be like. So congratulations for creating the time for being here.